Today we're exploring a luxury grocery store in Mexico, and according to Sam, it's one of the best grocery stores she's ever been to. In fact, she even says it blows most grocery stores in the US out of the water. Let's head inside.
It must be mango season because these are 21 pesos a kilo, which is just over $1. I absolutely love mangoes. I also forgot how incredibly nice this store is. It feels, let's just say I'm glad we dressed up today because this place is quite fancy. In fact, we might be a little underdressed. We have a list. Fruit, avocados, milk, bread, tortillas, tequila or mezcal, eggs, cereal, coffee creamer, mayonnaise, and deli meat in no particular order.
Tuna, not from the sea, 29 pesos. This is like the fruit of the cactus, I believe.
They have some fruits that we're not used to seeing that I think are grown here locally in Mexico. This is maracuya, 129 pesos a kilo. You can actually get an Asian pear complete with its own styrofoam wrapping for less expensive than the maracuya, which is shocking. They also have pomegranates, tuna, like Greg mentioned. They just have a lot of different fruits that I think are native here to Mexico. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But they're pricey. Enormous sweet potatoes, 80 pesos a kilo. Avocados, 70 pesos a kilo. That's actually cheaper than our local grocery store that we typically shop at. We actually need avocados, but you gotta do like the mash test. Do we want avocados for today or for like next month? Those are our options. This will be good in October. Oh. This is what you go to the fancy grocery store for. See, oh, wow. Okay. They don't do that in our store.
Avocados para hoy.
Oh, wow. But actually, some of those feel like they were for ayer. We'll make guacamole in October, yeah?
Fresh cut fruit. We've got papaya. I would definitely pay somebody to cut papaya. It is such a pain. This is 78 pesos for a kilo of cut papaya. That's a little steep though, isn't it? Watermelon, also kind of a pain to cut. They know what they're doing here. 58 pesos for a kilo. And we've got some fresh juice down here. We've got a nice jugo verde for 185.
Oh my gosh. Put it back.
Let's just see about. This is carrot, 129 for a liter. It's got to be something cheap. Orange juice, surely this is cheap. 175.
Oh my gosh.
170. That is liquid gold. A dozen organic eggs. Wow, those are not going to crack. 94 pesos, they better not crack for 94 pesos. Actually, that's just normal in the US, right? It's not even like good eggs. And let's find cheapest ones I can find. Good old Huevo San Juan, 40 pesos. Almost equally, if not better protected. Bonzai tree. Is this a bonsai tree or is this just a tree? This looks like a Christmas tree. No, it says bonsai. This looks like if we planted it now, we would be ready for Christmas in a couple years.
That's when our avocados will be ready.
169 pesos. That's not bad.
Okay, you can get a juice or a plant.
A plant would last a lot longer.
Would it in our house? Now for fruit, I never really know what kind of apples to get, but they have plenty of options here. But Greg and I and our family, we like to think that red delicious apples actually are red disgusting apples. So anything but red delicious apples. Are we alone?
No, the whole world thinks that.
The whole world thinks
no
red
one
delicious.
likes red. No one likes those.
Oh, it's all in the marketing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean.
You guys think that too? Who likes red? Somebody eats them.
No.
I'm gonna go with Royal Gala. Gala? Royal Gala. They're the same price as the Red Delicious. Here's to hoping they're actually delicious. It has Royal in the name. They can't be bad, right? 40 pesos a kilo.
We couldn't splurge for the Cosmic Crisps.
No.
Come on.
No.
We're on a budget.
Yeah, those are they're twice as much. It looks like Jimmy Dean. It's not. I don't think I've ever seen like breakfast sausages, like this kind of breakfast sausage here in Mexico. Normally when they say salchicha, what they really mean is hot dogs. So if you get eggs con salchicha, it's not eggs with sausage. Rookie mistake. Ask us how we know. It's egg with hot dog. 169 pesos for this though. We're not gonna get it. This is more budget for salchicha. This is 28 pesos. It says, what's that mean? Flavorful? Yeah. Like flavored and exquisite. If this doesn't scream exquisite, I don't know what does. I think we're gonna have to pass on that today and every day.
Gourmet pastas. I'm not sure how gourmet this really is, but it looks pretty nice. 66 pesos. Mashed potatoes in a container. I don't know if that counts as gourmet, but gourmet prices. Black beans, 99. I'm not really sure how black beans could be gourmet, but maybe that's just because I'm not gourmet. I have never seen this before. 420 pesos for tuna in a glass container. Huh. And then we have still pretty fancy tuna, but significantly less expensive. 131 pesos for this canned tuna. I mean, it's still canned tuna, folks. It's still canned tuna. There's no way I'm paying 131 pesos for canned tuna, right? That's crazy. Atún Dolores. 15 pesos. Tartar sauce, 178 pesos. And that's a small thing of tartar sauce. I mean, at a typical Friday fish fry, I would use like 3 of these. And that would set me back about $60. Olive oil, $6.25. I feel like I want to get into olive oil, but I don't know how. I don't know where to start. I don't know what makes good olive oil versus bad olive oil. I guess probably like a lot of things, it's probably freshness, when it was made, how long ago it was made. I guess that's freshness. But olive oil, even cheap olive oil is expensive. $6.25. Entire section of imported items, and one of the craziest things is they have items from Costco here. They've got Kirkland brand items at this grocery store, La Comer, which is actually just super convenient and nice. There's Costco literally right next door, but for some things you wouldn't have to go. A lot of mixed nuts. Very interesting. If you are coming to Mexico, any imported items, probably doesn't need to be said, but they're gonna be very expensive. Like for example, let's see, we've got some peanut butter. This is 300 pesos for crema de nueces. This is the Canadian wine section. Full transparency, I didn't even know that wine was made in Canada at all, because I've never seen a Canadian wine section before. We've got one bottle here for 729 pesos. I love these bottles. Not enough to spend 628 pesos on. I mean, that's not actually a bad price for wine. I will, 2019, great year. I'm not even gonna pick this up because it costs 3,600 pesos. It's in a skinny box, ice wine. Wow. You know what I think about that? This is how I feel about that price.
They have so many different things at La Comer for a cheese board. This is like, I could make the cheese board of my dreams, and it's not with the salchicha that we saw, I'll tell you that.
Premium tofu of the firm variety, which, if you've ever had tofu, I don't know how anybody could have soft. Even firm isn't firm enough for me. For 79 pesos. Not so fresh Kraft provolone. 130 pesos. 130 pesos for this? Wow. Wow, that's too much. Veggie cheese? Okay. I don't know about that. Veggie cheese. 155.
I could just go hog wild in here. I really could. Would be broke. Never mind retirement. The girls going to college. Never mind any of our future. I could make epic cheese boards. Maybe one. They just have so many meats and cheeses here. Some I've never heard of. I would try all of it.
There is an unbelievable amount of cheese here. Cheese, all cheese, more cheese over here, and more cheese.
Do you want your own tray? The panaderia, or the bread section, the bakery, is my favorite section in any store anywhere in the world. I feel like it's like you're like transported into like the culture of that place. Does that make sense? And here, I like to be transported into like the land of donuts. This is a giant, a wheat concha. No, don't ruin conchas for the rest of us.
Pan de muerto, never too early to put out pan de muerto, right?
They're all different sourdough loaves, and bread is on our list. They seem to be between 40 and 60 pesos, 40 and 70 pesos. So honestly, I feel like that seems like a really fair price for sourdough loaves. Now the question is, which one do we want?
Honestly, after living in Europe all of 2024, I just realized how most like loaves of bread in Mexico isn't that good. I'm not sure, I don't want to sound like a hater. Just sweet bread in Mexico is really good, but I don't feel like Mexico's known for like their loaves of bread, at least compared to Europe. And we had a ton of good bread, good croissants, good sourdough, good all types of bread in Poland. And we've really missed that in our return back to Mexico. So I'm very hopeful for this bread. Who even has pantry space for a bag this big? This is why homes are as big as they are. That's too big. That is too big. Not gonna lie, loving these coffee tins. Indonesia, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cafe Oaxaca. Very, very interesting. Gluten-free section, sugar-free section, more imports. More chips, more gluten-free. We've got some quinoa rice cakes for 60 pesos. That doesn't seem too bad. Garbonzo bean and rice churro chips, Cheeto looking things, gluten-free, vegetable protein and baked. That sounds disgusting. All for 66 pesos. Super interesting. This exact coffee is sold at H-E-B in Texas, Ruta Maya. The one I had back in Texas was a little dark for my liking, but 265 here in Mexico, H-E-B in the US. Wheatgrass. Sounds healthy. I don't see a price on that. Do we want to know? We don't even want to know, folks. We don't even. Does it really matter? It doesn't. Extra virgin honey, I'm not even gonna ask what extra virgin means for this. Panda Puffs organic, 148. Cinnamon sticks, it's like 10 of them here maybe, 87 pesos. Sorts of like individually packaged items. We've got, this is popcorn, 18 pesos. Macadamia nuts, beans. I think these are beans. Pro tip for extra flavor: ditch your sugar. Whatever you have at home, ditch it, throw it out. Get this instead. Piloncillo, delicious. 53 pesos. Make your coffee using this. Well, use this to sweeten your coffee. You know what I mean. This looks delicious. Cactus with chili and limon. I'm gonna have to try this. This is definitely not on the list. I don't know about cactus, but I bet this is amazing. Mango with limon y chile. I want to try the cactus though. I want to try cactus. Ooh, I don't know. For 111 pesos, do we really want to try the cactus? La alta repostería. O sea, wow. Qué fancy. Que fancy. Alta repostería. I'd hate to go to the baja repostería. Actually, I'd love to go to the baja repostería. I'd love to go to any repostería.
You know it's a fancy wine when the label is like velvet corduroy.
Wow.
2022. It's a good year for wine. 1,700 pesos. Not a good price for wine. I think one of the things that makes this store feel so luxurious inside is the presentation, the lighting, the ambiance, the music. All of these wines are in nice wooden boxes and everything just feels like really aesthetically pleasing. But I'm sold. I'm sold. And walking through the wine section, I'm noticing that we've never had any of these. I've never seen any of these wines before, but come down here. Come down here to the bottom. We've had this, we've probably had that. I know we've had those. This is our section, way down here. Greg, no chance of getting down here to see these, but these are around 160 to 200 pesos. That is the ballpark we're in right now.
Jose Cuervo, 389 pesos. For the bottle size is important. Bottle size is important. 695 milliliters. Mezcal over here, 400 conejos, 482, 582. Wow, and then it just gets more expensive.
Unlike the wine, the bottom shelf here, just as expensive as the top shelf.
We've made an executive decision to remove tequila and alcohol in general from our list. We aren't getting a lot of sleep lately. Ask us why. Well, some of you may not know. We have a 2-month-old and almost a 2-year-old at home. So we're not sleeping a lot, so we don't need alcohol. I mean, we do. We do. But we don't.
Nothing in the meat section is branded. There's not like...
Yeah, I like that.
It's kind of nice. It looks all like clean. It all looks the same. I don't know if the store works directly with the butcher or something. I'm not exactly sure the logistics, but the meat section does seem very different than that in the US, and that there's no branding meats.
The store is the butcher.
The store is the butcher.
I think they are the butchers.
Oh, they are the butchers. Oh, wow.
This looks like ground beef mixed. Not sure what the mix refers to. It is 200 pesos, 1.99 a kilo. This one, half pork, half beef. All pork, 145 a kilo. 100% beef sirloin select, 254 a kilo.
This ribeye is 1,200 pesos a kilo.
I honestly forgot just how nice the store is. I feel like it's a mix between like Whole Foods or Central Market, a little bit of Trader Joe's, maybe like the nicest of the nicest H-E-B. It's definitely fancy. It's super bright, it's clean, it's relatively well organized as any grocery store can be. They have a super wide selection of everything you need and a whole lot of stuff that you definitely don't need. And that's how you know it's fancy. Despite how fancy it is, all of these prepared foods look pretty bad. How can you have a 1,400 peso steak and then just Jell-O right in the same area?
Tortillas de harina. I'm sorry, I realize this is the most gringo thing of us ever, but I want to make breakfast tacos, which also makes me sound very gringo with like bacon, egg, and cheese. And word on the street is that tortillas de harina, flour tortillas here at La Comer are actually really good. So we're gonna get these and maybe some yellow corn, right? Both. Yeah. We're gonna splurge, we're gonna go big. Yellow corn tortillas, 29 pesos for a kilo, and these are still really hot. It's a steal of a deal. Actually,
you can get them really hot and fresh from tortillerias for a lot cheaper, but then you'd have to go to the tortilleria, and we're not there, we're here. So I don't know if it's a steal of a deal, but we're paying for the convenience.
This is my favorite coffee creamer because I can't find reasonably priced coffee creamer in Mexico. This is my favorite. However, one of my pet peeves with this store is that there are several items with no prices, like this one. There's no prices anywhere. That is for that. Helping them out here. But seriously, they have these like little digital price tags on a bunch of products, and oftentimes they're blank. Which I feel like, you think that's on purpose? Maybe? Maybe not. We'll go no. Anyways, this is really good. We're not gonna get it because we don't know how much it costs.
Amy's Pizza. I got spinach margarita. 379 pesos for an Amy's. Holy.
That is wild.
Lego Mayegos. 109.
Cheesecake Factory. Are you ready for this? A Cheesecake Factory slice of cheesecake. It's a little redundant. From Cheesecake Factory. 389 pesos. I've never been to Cheesecake Factory, but that must be some darn good cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory with the cheesecakes.
6-pack of Pacificos, 126 pesos.
I just can't imagine that they actually sell. This is a tiny amount of guacamole, 81 pesos, but this thing is teeny tiny even from far away.
1 gallon of milk, sello rojo. I think that's 85 pesos, we think. Same brand, milk in a bag. If you didn't know that existed, now you do. Apparently, lots of people knew this existed and I did not. Milk in a bag. No idea how much that costs because of the way things are labeled. Chobani coffee creamer. Let's see if we can find a price for that. No. Personally, I think Hillary's onto something. It seems like some of the more expensive items that foreigners might buy or that are imported items. I don't think it's a foreigner thing. I just think they don't have prices on the things that are convenient not to have prices on. That's our conspiracy. Well, it's not our conspiracy. That's our theory that there is a conspiracy against us. Shelf-stable milk. Lots and lots and lots of shelf-stable milk.
My theory was proved wrong. 65 pesos. Clear and plain, easy to see. 65 pesos. for my version of coffee creamer. It's oat milk. O sea,
Lala 1.5 liter shelf-stable milk, 52 pesos. This is the strangest branding for milk I've ever seen. It's like straight out of the late 80s or 90s. Why is he chasing her? Is she in danger? Is she okay? Should we be worried?
cereal aisles everywhere are overwhelming. Tell me I'm wrong.
Kellogg's Extra Collection, Tart, Mango, and Peach. 82 pesos? That just doesn't even sound good.
It's not tart mango. Nobody wants that. It's a mango tart. Like a tart. You gotta act refined in the Lujoso store. Come on. Act like you know what a mango tart cereal is. Duh.
Artisanal Cereal, 133. Actually, I really like this brand. It's good. I think it's because I'm artisanal.
Oh my gosh. Tried and true oatmeal squares. In the US, they have different flavors of these. Here, it's just oatmeal quads. Oatmeal quads? 82 pesos.
Yes. Gansito cereal. Should we?
Here's my hot take on the fancy grocery store here in Mexico. You kind of get like the best of both worlds. You get like the Whole Foods upscale experience if that's what you want, but then they also have like the 50-cent can of beans that's just like a typical, something that you might find at Walmart or like a lower cost grocery store. So you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Tricky though, because like Costco, once you get in here and you see these options, it's like, oh, I might grab the one that's a little bit more expensive.
You don't want the 50-cent bag of beans.
Yeah, and then you get up to the counter to pay, and all of a sudden it's $300-400.
You got artisanal beans.
Because you got artisanal beans. Significantly less mayonnaise here than the Walmart in Mexico we visited recently. We have the Clásica mayonnaise. I feel like when we first moved here, it was actually hard to find regular mayonnaise and not mayonnaise con limon. We have mayonnaise in a jar. We've got mayonnaise in bags. We've got mayonnaise in jumbo bags. This whole thing is mayonnaise, and I feel like McCormick is dominating. Still a normal amount, but significantly less. Actually need some mayonnaise. Let's get this one for 33 pesos. 85-inch TV. It did cost 29,000 pesos, but wait, now it only costs 16,000 pesos. So we're saving money if we get this. Come on.
How that works.
That's a lot of kitty litter. A lot of kitty litter. 98-inch TV. It was 35,000, now it's only 33,000. The pharmacy has its own doctor's office here, which is super convenient, and you're not going to believe this. It's free. You can come see a doctor for free.
Really?
Really, really. She told me it's free. They don't charge you anything, just whatever they're hoping you buy your prescriptions and stuff here, so I don't know, maybe they overprescribe stuff, but think about how much better that is than the system we have in the US. I'd rather somebody give me one extra box of Tylenol and just risk it than I would spend $500 in 3 weeks trying to get an appointment in the States for a sore throat. Deli meat on the list, a lot of options. Jamón real, pierna, San Rafael, pechuga de pavo. Despite the massive cheese selection and just how fancy this store is, I mean, there's an Alta Reposteria. Unfortunately, there's not an Alta Deliceria. Salchichoneria. There's not an Alta Salchichoneria, unfortunately. So I'm just not really feeling any of it. I'm still a little confused by what jamón de pavo is, where the jamón is, where the pavo is. Is it both? Is it neither? And just not feeling it, so we're not going to get any. It's just a risk that we are not willing to take. Un doble espresso y también un latte. Un latte. Los dos mezclas de la casa, por favor.
Ok, ¿los quieres para aquí o para llevar?
Para aquí. 126 pesos for a double espresso and a latte.
Cheers.
Oh. Cheers. Ah, wait for it. Oh, that's good. Strong.
Wow. This is
With the
bliss
chocolate.
a la Mexicana.
That's good. I've never had a chocolate pan de muerto.
Neither. My guess for the total of this transaction is 482 pesos.
This is right rules. I'm going 1 peso. Grand total for the only bonus item we got was the cactus thing. And then we've got apples, eggs, milk, avocado, coffee creamer, Oatly coffee creamer, tortillas, mayonnaise, bread, cereal. Is that it? For a grand total of 530 pesos. 111 of that came from just the cactus treat that probably isn't even gonna be any good. So, that'd have been $4.29 for all of that. That's not bad. Then you would have been pretty much spot on. That, my friends, is a luxury grocery store in Mexico. Let's see just how good this was.
111 pesos. I can't.
The seal was broken. Uh-oh.
Sure, it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine, right? What could go
111
wrong?
pesos. Greg is one cheap son of a gun. I honestly can't believe he spent 111 pesos on.
It's like the cactus, the nopal, the little piece. It's not bad. It just tastes like candy.
111 pesos.
It's not bad, but that is a lot of it. This is gonna last us months.
111 pesos. You too can get candied nopales.